Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Welcome to video 2 in my 5-part mini-series, Power Scrapping with my Flower Emporium FOMO kit. In this series, I'm sharing a fun and fast, streamlined approach to creating with collections. This can be done with any collection. I'm using Vicki Boutin's 49 in Market Flower Emporium collection with Stash. It's a kit I put together on YouTube last month that I affectionately called my FOMO kit, Fear of Missing Out kit. The power scrapping approach is basically batch scrapping. In video 1, I did all the prep work, batch style, for all 5 double-page spreads, separating material into page kits with photos and drawing the sketches. The prep work is essential for power scrapping, and that video is linked below. Now I'm ready to assemble pages, batch style, and with so many decisions having already been made during prep work, these pages come together super quickly. So let's get started and create this layout. You're going to see this is page pack number 4 from the first video. All I did since that video was map those 2 photos in black cardstock. There is the sketch. My plan is to create the page that's on the left, and the page on the right, the complementary page, I will do that in a future video. So here is the material that I selected for those photos in video 1. I have a handful of embellishments. I'll talk about those later on. Here is the paper. Now, most of it is from the Flower Emporium collection, except that polka dot paper is from a past Vicki Boutin collection, and that lined off white paper is from a past 49 and Market collection. I do have a bunch of embellishments here, all from the Flower Emporium collection, and I'll go through this with you later on in the process when I embellish my page. Now, what I want to do right now is just cut up a bunch of paper to create a layered photo mat. Now, again, I have that sketch that I created in video 1. It's up on my table to the left, a little off screen. So I'm kind of following that and sort of winging it. I will put measurements for all of these page parts on the screen a little bit later on in the process when I place them on the page. First of all, they do get trimmed down a little bit, and again, it will make more sense when I place them on the page. What I'm doing is adding a little bit of ink to all of these page parts, and the ink I'm using is Morning Mist by VersaFina CLAIR. So there is everything on my table. That flower paper isn't actually a paper. It was an advertisement that the Scrapbook.com slipped in my order when it arrived in the box, and it is a paper from the Flower Emporium collection. So you can see I glued the 2 together. They were 6 by 6. Again, those are all my page parts. Now what I'm going to do is place them on my foundation page, basically creating a layered photo mat. So you can see I have that one floral vertical strip of paper, and the rest are going to be horizontal. And I'm going to do the same thing with my photos. I have one that is vertical and another that will overlap that is horizontal. So again, I just kind of play around a bit with the placement here. I do have a few embellishments that I selected during video 1, but you're going to see I do add a bit more to it. Those are floral pieces from an Ephemera pack, and I also have some embellishments from a past 49 and Market collection. Now I'm going into the rest of the ephemera from the Flower Emporium collection. You can see I have it all divided up by color into baggies. This was one huge ephemera pack. I pulled out a few more there. I will go through this a little bit later on. What I do want to do right now, however, off camera is just kind of narrow down my selection. So off camera, I did adhere those 3 papers to my foundation page. My photos are loose for right now. And I also kind of narrowed down my selection of embellishments because there were just so many. I narrowed down the florals. I have 3 different colors. Same thing for the leaves. I selected some leaves. That all comes from that floral ephemera pack from the Flower Emporium collection. I have a few hearts. That was from the same ephemera pack. Those 2 tags are from a cut-apart sheet that's part of the Flower Emporium collection. I have a few pink ephemera pieces from past 49 and Market collections. That is a sticker from the sticker sheet. It says, smell the flowers, enjoy the little things. That's going to be part of my title. And for the rest of my title, which is Tournus Day 9, it's for a trip in France. I use those circle alphas from Maggie Holmes from the Forever Fields collection. I'm showing you the other embellishment packs I have as well, which are basically laser cut embellishments from the Flower Emporium collection and that sticker sheet. So I will dig into that later on. What I want to do right now is play with my embellishing. So I have my sketch handy. I know my title is going to go somewhere above that horizontal photo. I'm not quite sure where. I do have to play around a little bit, and that is according to my sketch. I place it there simply because it made sense. There was a big space there. Now what I want to do is kind of build up that area with embellishment. So I'm going to start with the tags here. Those are great for layering. Also, when I create a design with a layered photo mat like this, I love tucking in embellishments from all of the layers. It just creates a really fun look. So you can see I have 2 tags there at different levels. I tucked in a big pink flower over on the right corner of that photo. Now I'm overlapping that title. I'm liking how that's looking. I'm going to build up that cluster with more flowers there. So I come in with a yellow one that overlaps the photo. I tuck in another kind of off-white one. And now what I'm doing is coming in with the leaves. So this makes for a very quick embellishment cluster, I must say. So I'm happy with how this looks right now. What I'm going to do is get out this stamp set, and it's called Elements of Text from Stampin' Up. It is a current stamp set, and in it there are little splatters. It's kind of a background stamp. So you can see I have little templates. I have used this stamp set before, and me being a careful stamper, I often put it on scrap paper first, and I basically just save my template. So now I'm playing around with them, looking for areas on the page that please my eye. You can see I have 2 in that cluster over on the right, one kind of at the top of it, one at the bottom. I'm looking for a 3rd area, and in the end, I end up deciding to stamp right on top of that tag where I'm placing the heart right now. You can see me coming in with one of the templates. Now I must say I'm happy with how this looks right now. So what I'm going to do is stamp in those areas, then I'm going to start adhering my embellishment clusters. So I don't want to move it too much. You can see I got my stamping stuff all out. The ink I'm using for this is called Nocturne by VersaFina CLAIR. So it's a nice dark black ink. And I have 2 different splatter stamps. So I'm putting one there above my cluster, and the other one will be below that as well. Now, when I create the complementary page, I very well may be adding to this layout. That often happens when I create kind of one focal point page, then I create a complementary page, which is what I plan to do for this double page spread. When I create the complementary page, I often tweak the original page. So you'll probably see that next week on YouTube. There I go, just stamping on top of that tag as well. And I have that cardboard underneath because I have that stamp just kind of bleeding off the tag. I'm going to clean all of this mess up. And now what I'm going to do is just start adhering this. So I'm starting with the photos. For the photo on the right, I will adhere it, but I'm not going to press down too hard because some of the embellishing will be popping out from underneath this photo. So I'm being very, very light. And the adhesive I'm using, which is called Easy Runner by Scrapbook Adhesives, I think. Anyway, I will list it below. It doesn't adhere permanently immediately, so I do have a bit of wiggle room. So with that adhesive, I can adhere my photo, then tuck embellishments underneath it. And so as you can see, I've moved ahead to adhering, starting with those 2 tags there. I have them kind of at 2 different levels. Then I go to adhere the floral cluster over on the far right, but I have to tweak my tags a little bit first. So for the florals, I start with that pink one, then I come in with that off-white one. When I go to adhere the yellow one, I pop that one up with some foam adhesive. I'll do that in a moment. These ephemera pieces are really, really thick. It's 49 in market quality, so I don't have to back it with scrap cardstock. They're not going to bow with foam adhesive, so I'm really happy with that. You can see I've tucked in a leaf up top. Now I'm tucking another one in the bottom. I absolutely love this floral ephemera pack. Now what I'm going to do is work on my title. So I do have that sticker backed with a bit of scrap cardstock and foam adhesive, and I'm just making sure it's straight on the page. Then what I will do is adhere tournus underneath. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but when I was preparing my title, I have tournus day 9 because that's what I've been doing throughout this travel album. I've been naming the day for each one of my layouts. I do decide to reserve day 9 for the complimentary page. So everything is adhered, including my title. That craft color heart, I did pop it up on foam adhesive, but now what I want to do is add some finishing touches. From the laser cut ephemera pack, I have a little tab that has the word today punched out. I'm just kind of playing around with placement, but I do realize I will need something behind it in order for today to stand out, especially if I put it on top of that floral paper. So later on, I back it with some off-white cardstock. Now I'm popping out this really delicate rope. I love how it looks at the bottom of that floral paper. It stays there for a while, and I really want to keep it there, but when I go to add twine to my tags at the top, I find that the die cut or laser cut rope competes with the twine, so I did have to make a decision there. Now I'm adding a sticker just above that large photo. It looks like a notebook paper that's been torn out of a little notebook. And I like that it adds a little bit of yellow, which kind of repeats the yellow that's in that flower over on the right. Now you can see I am adding twine to the tags, and it's here that I have to make that decision. I have that laser cut at the bottom, which I like, but I also really like how the twine adds texture to this layout. So I'm just going to have to save that laser cut rope for another layout. So this is getting pretty much to the end. I do know I want to add that little tab with the word today with a little bit of paper back behind that. I will do that off camera. Now I'm just having a look at my sketch. Now I'm not going to be doing journaling on this page because I plan to do it on the complimentary page. However, if I were to do it on this page, I'd probably do it on that lined paper towards the bottom of the page. Now there's another thing I'm thinking of doing, possibly backing this layout with that polka dotted paper. It would look nice, but I'm going to reserve that decision until next week when I create the complimentary page. So that's it for video 2 in my 5-part mini series, Power Scrapping with my Flower Emporium FOMO kit. All I did off camera was back that black tab with off-white paper and adhere it to my page. As I explained in the video, I may tweak this page when I create the complimentary page. I plan to do the page 2 on YouTube, so you will see the entire process. You can expect 3 more videos in this series, 2 additional layout process videos, and a layout share for all 5 double page spreads. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. One more thing. I was inspired to do this series after shopping with a gift certificate from Cindy. So Cindy, if you are watching, thank you. I'm loving this, and I hope other people are too. Have a great day, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.